It is April 22nd, 2011, and this is the SC Center. That is an old, outdated intro. We're live right now. Welcome to the SC Center. I'm JP McDaniel, and that's not Chobo Peon. It's Slasher. Say hi, Slasher. Wave hello to everyone.
Hello. There shouldn't be any interrupted cameras today, because Nexie's not here.
That's good. That's good. Well, Slasher, there is so much stuff going on this weekend that I ran out of actual slides. You're given 12 slides on XSplit. I ran out of actual slides to use. That's how much stuff there's going on. Let's just jump straight into it. Start out with Code from GSL last night. We've got Ace eliminated. What?
Already? That was like the main pick we had.
I know.
To go through to the next round.
I know. And he's gone. Violet took him out 2-0. Yu-Gi-Oh! Took out August 2-0. Min taking out the best 2-1. I gotta say the best looked better, but Min is just a good Zerg, and congrats to the Slayers team for both of their players moving on. And
Yep.
MVP, shocker, he ended up beating Lure. Well, that's actually the wrong name there. Good job, people. Spell it wrong, but whatever. So MVP taking him out 2-0. The games were actually a little bit more competitive than the results seem. Did you watch any of the GSL matches, Slasher?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Well, let's talk about Code S tonight, because if you missed
Even though I didn't get to watch, MVP doing what he had to do to make sure he goes on to the next round. So, clutch.
Good. It's good. He's got to keep that up so he can get back into Code S where he belongs. I don't think anyone is going to argue that.
Nope.
Let's move on to Code S, though, because tonight is actually absurd. Group E has San, Jinro, Clyde, and Nest T. Probably the biggest and hardest group in Code S. Would you agree?
Yes and no. I'm going off of what I learned before in the previous season. I'm never listening to Artosis or Tasteless again on Clyde, so he's automatically going 0-3.
0-3
in the group. 0-3 in the group, and
I don't think Jinro's going to make it out, man.
No, man, I actually don't think so either. Everyone took a ragged on San, but he's been playing real well.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Jinro makes it out, but San is doing really well lately, and Nest T is just it's Nest T. If he doesn't make it out, he's the one person that if he doesn't make it out of this group, I'll be surprised.
Yep, me too. I have San and Nest T making it out. I think Jinro didn't play real too well with DreamHack coming back home. Probably really disappointed. Went back to Korea, practicing a lot. And San, didn't have a whole lot, and a lot of people didn't have a lot of faith in him before, but he played real well last season. If he kept it up, I think San would win, but I think that's going to be real close.
I think San will beat out Nest T. Jinro and Clyde is kind of a toss-up, I gotta say. And Jinro, Nest T, Jinro might be able to win that, but Jinro-san, I think San should win that, but we'll see. Maybe Jinro will prove us all wrong and he'll make it through. The other group is Lin, Fruit Dealer, Czech, and Songho. I gotta say,
Bit weaker,
but who do you think is gonna make it out? I'm gonna go with Songho and Lin. I don't think Azur's gonna make it out. Czech might make it out over Lin.
Yeah, and really out of the two Zergs, Czech has been playing better than Fruit Dealer. Fruit Dealer really hasn't made a stamp on the scene since he won the first season. He's been really lackluster. I'm surprised he's still in Code S. I guess he is pretty consistent. Yeah. So I would like to see Fruit Dealer make a large, comeback here and show that he's still a very top player. But Lin has been playing real well. Out of him and Moon, Lin has been playing better of the two Warcraft 3 players. So I actually think Lin is going to move. It wouldn't surprise me to see the two Warcraft 3 pros, former Warcraft 3 pros, move on.
Yeah, I think you're correct in saying that. Moving on along to the NASL, because we have so much stuff to talk about here. We're just going to be rolling through it as fast as possible. Last night we had Dark Force taking out Moman 2-0. White Raw taking out Show 2-1. In Control taking out Cruncher 2-1. Good on Jeff.
Yep.
And Ensnare taking out July 2-0. I got to say, the Ensnare July games were so one-sided. Did you watch all the NSL?
Yeah, it was. It was rather one-sided.
Yeah. I didn't see the White Raw show series. Did you happen to see that? Were those pretty good?
No. The only game I saw was Giant and Snare.
Okay. I know that the Cruncher and Control games were all right, the best that PvP could really be. But, yeah. I guess it's what it is.
I went from 5-0 yesterday to 1-3 today. I actually thought Show would have won online, and I thought Cruncher would beat In Control online, too, because Cruncher's played much better online than he has on LAN, so I thought he was actually going to take that one.
Yeah.
And I had July easily over in Snare, so that was really surprising, so I didn't do too well.
Yep. And then, who do you got tonight? We've got HeyPro versus Slush, Nada versus Moonglade, DDE versus Axlab, Naniwa versus Kawaii Rice, and Squirtle versus Sterlock. Who are your picks?
Well, I'm a big fan of never picking Koreans in an online tournament, so Moonglade is going to beat Nada.
Ooh.
I actually think I like Slush's ZVZ, so I'm going to pick Slush in a slight upset over HeyPro.
HeyPro is once again never going to win a game online. Poor HeyPro.
I never pick HeyPro for anything, honestly. I'll get Axlab over DDE, Naniwa over Kawaii Rice if he shows up, and I'm going to pick Strelok over Squirtle.
I think Strelok Squirtle could be interesting, but I think Strelok's gonna make it over Squirtle. Naniwa, I think, over Kawaii Rice is the easy pick. Did you say DDE over Axlov?
No, I had Axlov over
I'm going to go with DDE over Axlov. I've watched that guy play TVP a bajillion times. In fact, I think that's the only game I've seen ever cast, or I've ever casted of him. So I think he'll take that. I got to go with Nada over Moonglade, man.
Yeah, you would, because you're a fanboy along with them.
I'm not really a fanboy. I just Nada's so consistent. He never messes up or slouches or anything. He's Nada. He doesn't mess up. Let's talk about IGN. First off, what'd you think of the IPL debut last night?
I thought it was actually pretty great. I actually did not get to see it until this morning, so Feargorm was actually telling me there were more interstitials and interludes between the matches that weren't on the VODs, which was a shame that I didn't get to see, but I'll see that tonight and for the next nights. But I really liked it. I liked the production. I liked the casting. I thought the games were good. So
it was good stuff.
Much all you can hope for.
Yeah. You can't. The production value is definitely really good. I think a lot of people are super impressed by it, as they should be. But let's talk about some of the results, as this is probably the worst page I've ever constructed in XSplit, but it's all right. It's all right. So we've got Axlot taking out Sheth 2-1, Kibikaki taking out Stall Life 2-0, Select taking out Machine 2-0, Idra over Phoenix 2-0, and Cats over Og 2-1. Oh yeah, and there's one more game, Vibe over Minigun, because they're doing 6 sets each day. Any of those surprising to you? Stand out?
I would say all of them are rather expected, except that Cats won against Og. I would see Cats as like the least player to win out of everyone in the group.
Yeah.
And I'm actually thinking Axlab over Sheth is pretty surprising, because Sheth has been playing really well lately.
Oh yeah, he's been tearing it up. But it's like, for some reason, Axlov plays in an online tournament and he just plays really well.
He just always wins. Yeah.
I don't understand how that works. Then what did he place at MLG? Did he break top 20?
No, I think
I want to say
20th to 30th.
Yeah, I want to say top 32. But tonight for the IGN match, the IPL rather, they've got Spades versus In Control, Druby versus TT1, Kibikaki versus Axlov, Idra versus Druby.
Or TT1.
Or TT1, yeah. Cats versus Spades or In Control, and Select versus Vibe. What one match would you tune into there, Slasher?
I would have to say Idra versus Druby or TT1 as the easy one to go to. Druby, always been really consistent on LAN. TT1, had second in Dallas, went over to Korea, won a few games there. Yeah. So that's got to be the big game for me.
All right. Well, that'll be kicking off, I think, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, or is that correct? I think that's correct.
Sometime yesterday.
Yeah, so moving right along to another freaking huge tournament. We've got TSL 3 coming on Saturday, and then, of course, on Sunday. MC versus Thorzane, Koss versus Adele Scott, Naniwa versus Cruncher, and Hasuobs versus Boxer.
And this is a great lineup, because I bet if you ask people before the tournament started who would be in the Final 8, no one would have Thorzane or Cruncher or Hasuobs or even Adele Scott or Cats. There's no way that any of those names would be included in this list. A lot of the top players have been knocked out.
Yeah. Who are your picks, Slasher? Give me your winners for each of these sets, because I think I gave them earlier this week. So
MC is the only player out of all of my